Steven, this looks so
my
good.
Instagram handle. It does look really good.
This was.
Thanks for putting that together.
This was it's a green screen with a single image and a chat.
Yeah, but at least you got the right color green. You like used the graphic and everything. It looks great.
Come hang out in my stream sometime and see like my overlays. They're way more intense. Oh, princess. Oh, baby girl. No.
You don't have to call me that on stream, Steven. I'm fine, Lord.
She almost turned my computer off. Is what just happened.
Steven, I need you to pull up a playing card deck generator, please.
Okay.
And the rest of us, as Steven's doing this, we need to come up with a ship name and the name of our captain. Ship name, captain name.
Ship name, captain name. I'm going to resist the urge to just go to fantasynamegenerators.com, which has been doing the Lord's work for a long time. Chris recommends
the name of our ship. That's the name of our ship.
Shippy
The Lord's
makeship
work.
base.
The Lord's work.
Wow, the
Yes!
Lord's work is a great
Oh,
name.
I'm taking that's so good. We're aboard the Lord's work.
Absolutely.
That's so good. All right, who's the captain of the Lord's work?
Longshanks doubloon.
Longshanks doubloon. Was that Chris?
I was Chris. What's up,
Thank you, Chris.
Caffeine 69? Nice.
That's mine.
Oh no. I know you like teach middle school, but like
No, I'm back to elementary.
oh.
Steven needs to add Creeks of Wood to his list of band names.
Creeks of Wood's a pretty good band name. I will grant that.
What if you spelled it Creeks? Well, then it would be spelled. Then it would be said as Cricks of Wood.
Cricks.
No, a crick is a CRICK.
A crick is a CR1 monster.
A CRICK crick is smaller than a CREEK creek.
Cricks are like those, they're like centipedes, right? They can paralyze people. Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Yeah, there's the Grick.
Rick with a G.
Crick. Oh.
Joe, what's the
Yeah.
YouTube.com/watch ? V equals CSV.
This is actually not even. I know this feels like we're having like a really slow start to this. Man, my first time was so much worse than this. It was so bad.
Yeah, we all remember our first time. But each of us are going to go around. Steven is going to read us whatever card is pulled up. So Steven,
Yes.
pull that first card and give it to Sarah, please. Sarah, also tell me your character name.
My character's name is Abby Mayhem Levitt. BLEVET.
8 of spades.
What is the hardest part of your job, Mayhem, aboard the Lord's work?
Bossing around people who don't actually know how to work on a ship. So somehow I got stuck with like all the interns.
Oh, I insist.
Like they don't know port from starboard and shit. It's like a whole thing.
Sarah, what direction is port?
I don't know. Left?
Left.
Yep, nailed it. You got a 50% chance of getting it. Steven, pull a card for yourself and tell me your character name.
I drew the 7 of clubs.
Ah, the 7 of clubs, eh?
My character's name is Joachim Aberration Plasterer.
What?
Aberration.
Listen, I used the generator and I wasn't sad, so...
That's like those old names where it's like, ye shall not commit adultery, Sullivan.
Puritan/Quaker style naming convention. Aberration, they call ye. Aberration, who hangs out in the nest of the Lord's work, and what do they do up there?
It's absolutely Carl.
Carl
Came to the pirating game like really late in life, kind of a midlife crisis sort of thing. Really just was tired of the grind, really wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit. Absolutely no nautical experience at all whatsoever. However, refuses to be told what to do up to a point. Like the captain can tell him what to do, but like nobody else can. So he's like average at best at his job. But so he spends actually most of his time pretending to read the same like 3 novels that he's had. Half the time he's holding them upside down, like he can't read. Every now and again though, whenever he sees something, he'll talk about it, but most of the time he's just up there pretending to read.
Interesting. I'm starting to get a vibe that our crew is full of landlubbers, so to speak.
Not I.
Not ye, aberration plasterer.
You don't become this much of an aberration living a normal land-loving life over there, man. I've been on the seas my whole life.
Draw a card for Yessie.
You get the 4 of diamonds.
Yessie, what is your character's name?
My character's name is Troilus Spasm Blake.
Spasm Blight, they call ye. Which port feels like coming back home to ye, and why haven't you settled there?
Shinertown port does feel a lot like home, mostly because there's a lot of drinking buddies there, a love interest or two, but I haven't settled down there because allegedly a couple people died, and I'm a suspect. So anytime we dock there, I have to be careful not to actually be seen anywhere.
Interesting. Who did you not kill?
I did not kill Carl with a K. Not our Carl. It's a different Carl. And his younger brother, Philip, allegedly died. Just happened to die on the same night that our ship was docked there. Well, actually a different ship. Not this one. I had to not be seen with that crew anymore.
What was the other ship?
For legal reasons, I can't comment.
Stephen, wait, just for clarification about the city of Shiner. The port of Shiner, that's kind of halfway between San Antonio and Houston, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I thought Shiner was in North Texas.
It's definitely South Texas. It's like in the middle of the triangle between Corpus, Houston, and San Antonio.
Oh, you're right. Look, there it is on Highway 90.
Come on, Sarah. You only live like an hour
all
from
the way
it.
the fuck over there. It's between. Oh, it really is. It's between Gonzales and fucking middle of nowhere. It's literally called Yoakum. Shiner is between Gonzales and Yoakum.
Steven,
really neat.
pull a card for Zach, please. And Zach, give me your character name.
Look, 4 of hearts.
My name is Peter Freebooter Lyons.
Lions, Lions.
Yeah,
The 4 of Hearts is, when did you start working aboard the Lord's Work?
since the beginning.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Well, does since the beginning mean the acquisition of the ship, the Lord's Work, probably stolen? Or the acquisition as in, like, the legal commissioning of the ship, probably somewhere far across at a shipyard somewhere?
That one. I've been Captain Longshanks for as long as he's been sailing the 7 seas.
That means that Longshanks started out as a legal guy before turning pirate.
It sounds like
Ooh.
the Lord's Work makes me think that this was maybe some sort of missionary ship or something, and then it just turned into a piracy.
Yes, y cómo se dice the Lord's Work en español?
How do you say the Lord?
El Dio?
El Dios?
Well, yes, God, but the Lord is...
Like Savior?
I guess it would
Alright.
most closely be translated to El Trabajo del Señor. That would be the closest word to the Lord.
So Longshanks doubloon is clearly Spanish, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
Stephen, draw Ian a card and tell me your name, Ian.
His name is Ian, you silly goose.
Go to hell.
Yeah, so my character is Vera Jolly Burrell, which I don't
Jolly
know.
Burrell.
Yeah, so like Jolly being the nickname, I guess.
It's the Ace of Hearts, and let's do a quick pronoun rundown. Mayhem,
Oh, she, her.
Freebooter,
I was like, who's Mayhem?
He, him.
Longshanks, Spasm,
He, him.
and then Jolly.
She, her.
Aberration is absolutely a they, them. As an
That's
aberration.
hence
you
the
know?
name.
Wait, Joe, did you have a character too? Or you're running it, so you know.
Yeah. Bitch, I'm Longshanks.
That's advantage merch right there. Bitch, I'm Longshanks. Like, glorious.
Stephen, what was Ian's card? What
Ace
was
of
Jolly's
Hearts.
card? The Ace of Hearts.
I can't
Jolly Burrell,
think.
who is waiting for you at the next port?
Would be a long lost lover. Would be.
I'm really sad you didn't hop in with your mom.
Porque no los
Longshanks'
dos.
mother.
That would have been good. Yeah, so Jolly is definitely on her way to see a lover that she left behind a couple of years ago since she joined the Lord's Work in pursuit of riches and glory. And I would do a lady voice for Jolly Burrell, but I
You already
shan't.
have a lady voice.
Thanks.
Voices don't have gender.
I would say that this lover, it was a scorned lover that she is hoping to get back into the good graces with.
Why did you leave your lover?
Oh, well, that's because the Lord's Work called to her.
There's a line in, I think it's the second Pirates of the Caribbean, where Tia Dalma asks what vexes all men, And there's a variety of answers, but Master Gibbs is the sea. Be it the sea that vexes Jolly Burrell more than her lover.
I really hope that Jolly's lover, when they heard that she was going because she heard the Lord's works calling, thought that they'd be like,
That's what I thought too. Like that's like that was. I thought it was good.
Yeah, so Jolly's lover is not angry about the piracy. Jolly's lover is angry because they thought that they were being a missionary. If they knew the truth of the matter, they'd be fine with it. Stephen, play card for Riley, and Riley, please tell me your character's name.
Jack of Spades.
Peter Meat Hook, like meat on a hook.
Got it. Meat Hook. Yar.
What are Meat Hook's pronouns?
Let's round it out with another day.
Meat Hook, what tempts you into staying inland, away from the sea? Be it a lover? Is it Jolly Burrell's lover?
Meat Hook is a coward.
Oh,
The sea is big and scary.
The sea do be big and scary, which begs the question, what be the driving force that keeps you on board the Lord's work?
A search for a purpose.
Ooh.
This is an existential journey for ye. Poor existential Meat Hook. That's a band
I was
name.
gonna say now that is a band I would listen to. I would listen to Existential Meat Hook.
Stephen, pull another card for Mayhem Levitt.
Blevitt, Mayhem Blevitt. It is an 8 of diamonds.
We once saved a castaway. What incredible tale did they tell?
When we saved a castaway, the tale that they told was that they were floating on a piece of wood out in the middle of the ocean, and they heard us arguing for like a long time on whether or not we should actually save them. And then finally, when we did save them, we shook them down for all their cash and dumped them on the next island.
What was that character's name?
The one that we shook down?
Wait, may I add a name into this?
Absolutely.
That character's name was Carl, with a K.
Okay, that's an important distinction there.
Yep, being the same Carl that Spasm may or may not have
allegedly.
killed.
Allegedly.
Stephen, pull another card for Aberration Plaster.
4 of spades.
Plaster, when did Captain Longshanks Doubloon risk herself for the crew?
It was about 3 years back. It was furious squall right outside. Like we're barely holding on. We could see sort of coming up on us. We were about to just like plow into this port that we had been trying to get to, but everything was bad. You know, we were trying to get to some degree of safety. So
Was it Shinertown?
Sure. Yeah, we were on our way to Shinertown. It wasn't actually the entire crew. We all were risking our lives at that moment. But it's more that she was specifically risking her life for Freebooter over there. The way this kind of went down is we listed really hard to one side. The captain was up there straight up just driving, you know, doing the best she can, but she sees that Freebooter is about to just, you know, go toppling over the edge, and so sprints down the little stairs up, you know, to get to Freebooter and catch him before he goes over the edge. Here's the thing though. Freebooter and the vast majority of the crew here firmly believes that this was a selfless act. She could have gone toppling over the edge herself, when in reality she had noticed that Freebooter had gotten tied to a tiny chest that was full of incredibly expensive pieces of gold, and if Freebooter had gone over the edge, those would have followed him. She didn't say anything. She just let everybody have their moment and think she was a good person. In reality, she was after the booty.
Yar.
Something tells me that every time somebody says the word booty in this game, we should all say yar.
Yar. Calling it booty is just always going to be funny. Like, I realize that, like, that's middle school level humor, but, like, as a 31-year-old adult man, I'm always going to be like, anytime someone calls it booty. Just like anytime someone calls it the poop deck. Listen, I acknowledge that is a real term. I was going through the Stormlight books again, because of course I was, and there was a scene where, like, there's kind of an intense moment, but they accurately described a part of the ship as the poop deck, and it just, like, fully takes me out of the narrative. I don't even know what part of the ship the poop deck is.
It's the stern. It's the stern of the ship.
Not just the stern, but the highest deck on the stern.
Well, that's a stupid name. But anyway, I digress.
You're the best. Daniel, I love you. Please redirect yourself to the Twitch stream, because we're trying something new and exciting. Twitch. Okay, bye.
He's like, peace!
Thanks, Daniel. I love you.
Fuck off, you know?
There's a subway in
Singapore.
In Singapore.
Yes, there's subways like everywhere.
Yeah,
Is it the biggest one?
But Singapore is like at sea level, so if you go below sea level, then you're gonna get a whole lot of water coming in.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the restaurant, and I was like, of course there's
Oh my
subways
God.
there. It's the biggest fast food chain in the whole world. Of course there's subways there.
Do you know why it's the biggest fast food chain in the whole world?
Because they're cheap to build.
They are cheap to build, but they are also... Subways are actually, like, Subway as a company is actually not doing well at all. They boast the most locations because of how cheap it is to franchise, but what they take from those that are franchising their name is so high that most Subways don't do very well or last very long. And so they have the most locations, but, like, it's not an indication of success in this case. It is actually an indication of abject failure, unfortunately. It's low-key, like, kind of like a multi-level marketing scheme, but, like, with a whole-ass business.
All right, let's continue. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
Jeez, guys, stop talking about Arby's.
Yeah. Not until we get a sponsorship. Pull a card for Spasm Blake.
The 5 of spades.
When did Captain Longshanks Doubloon lead the ship through a futile mission?
It was actually the first official mission that I was a part of, having come onto the crew later than some people, probably about a year ago or so. No one really blamed him because the reward was just too good to pass up. It was a lot of gold. It was in the middle of a storm. Everybody knew we arrived at port specifically to find refuge from this storm. Maybe a couple hours later, after some ale, after some grog, Longshanks comes to the rest of the crew and they say, listen, I know we literally arrived here seeking refuge from this storm, but this person has offered me a lot of gold to go look for, like, their missing lover. So we did, and we didn't find them.
Was that Jolly Burrell's lover?
I don't
Thank God.
Everybody was really drunk and really pissed, but, like, it was too good to pass up.
I get it. Pull another one, Steven, for Zach. Sorry, for Freebooter Lions.
2 of hearts.
Freebooter, who did you leave in the last port?
Jolly's lover.
Can we give Jolly's lover a name?
Jolly's lover is
Everybody in my lover.
I also would like to believe that Jolly's lover is separately and entirely unrelatedly a name of another ship.
That would be pretty funny.
Pull a card from Meat Hook.
7 of diamonds.
Meat Hook, when were ye tempted by the sirens?
So the last 3 ships I was on all sank.
Oh no!
Oh no.
So I think it was the second one. I was in the crow's nest.
This is why you're not in the crow's nest anymore.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. That was the last time.
Was this like a marooning situation? Did you end up dashed upon the rocks? What's the story there?
Yeah, there was definitely ship damage. Yeah, I think maybe we scuttled on a nearby island, and just the few who made it through the storm and the sirens without, like, hopping overboard, and mostly didn't make it, but eventually good old Meat Hook survived.
Was anybody turned into a toad?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that a silent thing?
In some cases, in some stories. What is your current occupation, if not crow's nest?
I feel like Meat Hook kind of just insinuated themselves into the crew without being given an official job or really officially hired. So maybe
no title. You're definitely not an officer.
helping out the quartermaster, like, count all the boxes of things, go pull some random rope.
Got it. You're an able-bodied sailor.
Yes. A helper.
A helper. Mayhem. What crew member did you know before working on the ship, and what stories do you have from them? I want you to name not somebody off camera, but somebody in this chat right now.
All right.
We're gonna make up some lore.
Right.
Not Ian, because Ian's not here.
So Spasm came to the ship a little bit later, right? Or was Spasm the one that was there from the beginning?
No, I came a little later.
You came on a little later. Okay, cool. So Spasm came to the ship a little later because he got into a little bit of trouble on land and needed an escape. And luckily, we were in the port. We were partying in that same area when he was getting arrested for... What were you getting arrested for?
Allegedly, double homicide.
Yeah. And we had a little space, and so we scooped him on out of there, and now we have an even fuller crew.
Perfect. Aberration Plaster. Steven, pull a card for yourself.
2 of diamonds.
What sea monster have you encountered?
Your mom?
Ah!
Damn.
The way I got my nickname aberration. By seeing something so truly horrific, describing it is incredibly difficult. Very Lovecraftian, you know?
Extremely Lovecraftian, yeah.
And every time Aberration tells the story of seeing this creature, it's different. It's like the description is a little different. Calling it something like a Leviathan, or even like a specific creature like a Kraken, feels like a reduction. Truly horrific monster that Aberration witnessed. Nobody was there when Aberration saw this creature, for they were sailing alone, and like properly alone. It was kind of like the opposite of like marooning someone on an island. They had this like not great ship, and everyone hated Aberration's guts. Previously, it was their former life. They were young, they were annoying. So rather than like toss them on an island, they sent Aberration out to sea alone on a ship that's hard to like navigate with just one person. Not like a full-on ship, but like not just like a little sailboat either. And that is when I allegedly saw this monster with too many tentacles or not enough tentacles or too many eyes, sockets where there should be eyes. It's different every time.
I think that whenever you speak about this creature, your own ears become deafened by what is essentially like gray noise TV static. You are speaking and other people can hear it, but your own ears won't allow you to hear what you are speaking of out of that trauma and fear.
When asked, and the only times I do give it a single name, I've simply referred to it as the Maw.
For time's sake, I want to be respectful of y'all as players.
You may just click through until we get the Ace of Spades.
No, I'm just gonna skip straight through it. Yessie, this is a question for Spasm. This is going to be our final question, which again for the audience.
The Ace of Spades.
Oh look, the Ace of Spades.
It's almost like I clicked straight through there, and when we edit this later in post, it'll definitely seem like we just got there.
For the audience, this tabletop game is All Hands on Deck. It was written by Alice Vu. It's available probably at itch or on Drive-Thru RPGs. Yep, that's where I bought this one.
We got that.
10 out of 10 would recommend. I play this probably like 10 times a year. But the last question in it, traditionally you end when you draw the Ace of Spades, which is Yessie, Spasm, Blake. How does Captain Longshanks doubloon inspire you?
So one thing about Longshanks is that they are very unapologetic and they know what they're about. They know what they want. That's inspiring. And the bottom line for them is always just that sweet, sweet gold.
Yar. I think that gold to Longshanks is power. Power is the motivator.